Hello Vavers, you're watching YouTube channel USA News Alert. Breaking. Iran warns it has secret weapons to sink U.S. warships and wipe out military in Gulf. Iran said it will sink U.S. warships, kill all crew and bring down fighter jets after Donald Trump sent vessels into the Gulf region. Tehran will take down the U.S. military if America commits the slightest stupidity, a senior Iranian military official said. The United States on Friday announced the deployment of 1,500 troops to the Middle East, describing it as an effort to bolster defenses against Iran as it accused the country's Revolutionary Guards of direct responsibility for this month's tanker attacks. General Morteza Korbani, an advisor to Iran's military command, told semi-official news agency Mizan, America is sending 2 warships to the region. If they commit the slightest stupidity, we will send these ships to the bottom of the sea along with their crew and planes using 2 missiles or 2 new secret weapons. The Trump administration believes there is the threat of attack from Iran, and sent an aircraft carrier strike group and bombers to the Middle East, sparking increased tensions between the U.S. and Iran. Relations broke down after Donald Trump decided to withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal and impose sanctions on the nation. Other signatories to the deal, including France and the UK, are still committed to the agreement, which sees Iran stopping its uranium enrichment program in exchange for reduced trade restrictions. Western experts say Iran often exaggerates its weapons capabilities, although there are concerns about its missile program and particularly its long-range ballistic missiles. This comes after the U.S. announced plans to increase its military presence in the Middle East, deploying surveillance aircraft, a fighter jet squadron and engineers to fortify buildings and other facilities. Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif told state news agency IRNA, "The Americans have made such allegations to justify their hostile policies and to raise tensions in the Persian Gulf. Increased U.S. presence in our region is extremely dangerous and it threatens international peace and security, and this should be addressed." U.S. President Donald Trump also plans to deploy a 600-person Patriot missile battalion in the region, defense officials said. Speaking to reporters on Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump said the purpose of the deployment was mostly protective. Mr. Trump said, "We want to have protection in the Middle East. We are going to be sending a relatively small number of troops. Right now, I don't think Iran wants to fight. And I certainly don't think they want to fight with us." Iranian ministry spokesman Abbas Mousavi said, "For more than 2 decades, discussions have been held with non-governmental U.S. political elites, including members of Congress, to clarify and explain the policies of the Islamic Republic. The Strait of Hormuz, one of Iran's key oil shipping routes, would face chaos if security in the country is threatened," an Iranian Revolutionary Guards commander said. Iran's semi-official news agency Fars said, Major General Gholam Ali Rashid said that talking about security and stability in the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz is not possible without considering the interests of the Iranian nation, including the export of oil. Tehran has threatened to disrupt oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz if the U.S. imposes increased sanctions on Iran's oil exports. Brigadier General Hassan Saifi, an assistant to Iran's army chief, told Mer news agency, "We believe rational Americans and their experienced commanders will not let their radical elements lead them into a situation from which it would be very difficult to get out, and that is why they will not enter a war."